Very welcome back to Xpose. Remember, we are here with you until 7. Now, last week we spoke to author Emma Hannigan about the hair pieces that have helped her feel more like herself as she receives treatment for cancer. Today, she's taking us to look at an alternative for those days when you just don't fancy faking it.
If you're looking for an alternative to hair extensions or a wig if you're undergoing cancer treatment, well, today we're here in Kilcock in County Meath at the studio of Bernie O'Mahony and her assistant Aoife, who are designing bespoke headpieces that might just catch your eye. Bernie O'Mahony has been running her hat-making business, Kitten, for over 30 years, and she's looked after thousands of men and women with her bespoke designs. However, according to her assistant Aoife, it's all about creating funky pieces for the individual.
Bernie's designs are very unique, very eclectic, and she also obviously designs things, bespoke pieces for people then who might want something a little bit different.
Now, what I love about being down here, and it's a little bit of a journey down from Dublin, is the fact that it's so colourful and happy here.
Yes, it's a beautiful space. Bernie herself, if I may say, has a great energy, and she puts all of her energy into the work. It's very colourful, and some of the pieces she produces are very powerful that way as well.
And also here with me today is the lovely Emma Hannigan. Now, Emma, obviously we've been following your story on Xpose. Obviously we covered wigs and hair pieces, but Bernie's work is wonderful, and that's part of the story as well.
Absolutely, and it's an alternative, you know, as Aoife said, and it can bring your personality out, and it's all about not feeling as if the cancer is beating you. You've got to try and feel as if you're still yourself and still be able to be glamorous and to have fun, and this is all about colour and sparkle and design and everything, and we're all for that.
Well, let's try this on, because I know you're a big fan, and again, this isn't covering the whole head, so obviously if you're beginning to lose your hair, this is just something that you can wear.
And actually most chemotherapy patients, if you're going to lose your hair, the first place it goes is actually here at the side.
Indeed.
And a lot of the time actually most of your hair will stay for quite a while, so this is a great thing to kind of give you a bit of longevity.
You want to pop it on there, because I know you've been dying to try it on, and
they're so comfy.
They're
really comfy as well.
But sure, you could wear that anywhere at any time.
If you were going to a wedding or to a ball or something like that, and if your hair's got really thin and you're kind of thinking, okay, I can't actually go out, I'll have to put on a full wig or whatever. Imagine, like, if you had a lovely red dress or something to go with this or whatever.
And let's take a look at one or two others that Bernie has designed.
It's a beautiful piece, and something anybody could wear, not just a person going through chemotherapy, obviously, as you know, but they're very comfortable. They're comfortable on the head. There's a little bit of room at the top where people might be sensitive around their scalp and stuff like that.
For more on all of Bernie's pieces shown, log on to kittendollandbee.com.
And Emma joins me now in studio. Now, Emma, in terms of people who don't want to go the wig route or the hair extensions route, what are the pros about wearing a hat if you're undergoing chemo?
Well, the biggest problem is that you get very cold. And it's astonishing how much heat goes out your head. Well, obviously 90% of your heat goes out your head. So if you've no hair, you feel really cold all the time. So particularly at this time of the year now, coming into colder spells or whatever, if you suffer with alopecia or if your hair has come out because of chemotherapy, you are going to feel the cold.
Absolutely.
I used to actually wear hats like these over my wigs.
Oh, really?
Because I'm always freezing. And so the wigs have a great way of letting air in now, which is lovely in the summer. But I used to be really cold, so I used to pull a hat on over it. And because these are stretchy, they kind of are snug fit to your head. So, you know, obviously if you don't have a wig on, they're great because they're not going to slip off or they're not going to fly off in a gust of wind or anything like that. So you don't need to feel worried about that. But they're also great for holding a wig on as well.
For that extra bit of security.
Yeah.
And presumably during the summertime, you can't just walk into any old shop and buy a hat. So having something like this, especially custom made. Now, I mean, what we saw today was very ornate, but I mean, you can get them simpler if you do want something less decorative.
Absolutely. Bernie will make them to whatever, you know, design you want or whatever. And as Aoife was saying in the piece, you know, if you're going to a wedding or going to something nice and you want your hat to match your outfit and to make a feature of it, that's a lovely thing. But she does do plainer ones as well. But like this one, you know, it's not as ornate as some of the ones, but as you can feel, it's lovely, soft kind of comfy material where, you know, even if you're standing on the side of a rugby pitch or a hockey pitch, as I tend to do quite regularly, I will be wearing this, believe me. But it's, you know, I think it's just a nice alternative because some people feel that they like the wig thing and some people really, really don't. And that's okay.
And especially if you're just around your house, if you're cooking the dinner, you don't want to be throwing on hair extensions or a wig, presumably, but you just want something a bit warm, obviously, around the house.
Do you know what I used to wear in the very beginning?
Go on.
A silicone swimming hat. So like that was not glamorous, as you can imagine. Yeah, because there was nothing available. That was going back 8 years.
And also, remember you were speaking about when you had, was it radiotherapy and losing hair right at the nape of your neck? And a lot of traditional hats aren't going to cover that.
They're not. And that's the best thing about these, is because they're so long at the back, so they come all the way down, because traditional hats obviously are meant to sit on top of your head here and they show off your hair and all that kind of thing, whereas these are actually designed to come right down over the back of your head, so you're not going to look like you've got a big bald patch at the back.
Emma, thank you so much. We'll be joining you again very shortly over the next couple of weeks. Thanks a million for tonight. Next up, we are